Alrighty guys, so today we are gonna talk about Assassination Rogue, and I am gonna give you the full-on guide here. You like the talent build here really much, so I'm gonna go into details on how you can play it. But why play Assassination? Well, first of all, it has some benefits here. You get the benefit of not having to re-gear from Assassination raids if you're mainly playing raids. You get the benefit of having a lot of utility, and it's just a general fun spec. And when your friends in the group, you guildies, whatever, go like, Dude, play sub as a bad. Stop trolling, Chris. You're an idiot. It's a cute mug, though. Then, you get the benefit of just rolling over them on the damage meters like the meta slaves they are and having a good time after watching this guide here. But if you're going to do that, you're going to need to stay focused, which is why this video here today is sponsored by Ghast, our partners. So go and check out Ghast in the link below. They make the greatest energy supplements I've tried in a long time. And they flavor their stuff with actual fruit juice. It tastes delicious. Go and check out the link below for 10% off anything on the store. Or if you get the Killer's King Size bundle, my bundle that I personally picked, save 50%. Great deal. Tastes great. Now, let's get on with the video. Alrighty, guys, here. For gearing, we are having a few options here for like a lot of different things, but I'll go over it here. First up, the most important thing to know is that the stats that we're going to be generally targeting. Of course, foresight bonus is massive, and you're likely going to take the 4 pieces that do not include the hit piece due to Flaring Cowl and Aeronautic Ring, but we'll talk more about that later. So the stats you want to go for is haste, crit, and mastery. But again here, as I do always say, go and simulate your character. I have a quick guide on the channel that you can go and check out if you want to learn how to do that proper. Get a quick readout of where you can sim, which gear is best for you. Then we'll talk about some trinkets here. The very best trinket for Assassination Rogue is probably no surprise. It is the puzzle box. Yes, we have to farm Academy for that. Lovely, lovely puzzle box. Secondly, Boon. Boon is just massive for AoE, and it's really good for Mythic Plus. And one of the benefits you have as Rogue here using Boon from Althea in the raid is that you can shadow step while having the Boon active, and you can actually like still use your abilities, which is really good. And in case you like can't move or stuff, you have an out like Cloak of Shadows, and you also have Cheat Death. So you have a lot of outs for that. Another good trinket is Windscar Whetstone. And some of the better passive trinkets is Control Current Technique, Glory of the Pack, and Whispering Incarnate Idol. All really good trinket here. Best combo is Puzzle Box and Boon. And if you want to throw a passive trinket in, you should get the Whispering Incarnate Idol. Yes, annoyingly, the most rare is the best trinket. Other notable items we have is Aeronautic Ring, Seal of Diurna's Chosen, which does extra fire damage if you do fire damage. And it does a lot of it. This ring here is stupidly overpowered for a ring that already gives really good stats. I was lucky enough to get this in my vault with Leech. You can hate me in the comments. And while you're down there, don't forget to like the video, subscribe for more great content, ring the bell for notifications, and don't forget to check out the live stream over on twitch.tv/KillerChris, where we do a lot of great content like raiding and community-based events. It's super fun. Speaking of shit that is annoying to farm, we have Signet of Melandris, which comes from Coral Stars, and it has another effect that increases auto attack damage. Yay! Also, together with the Aeronautic Ring here, if you have the Aeronautic Ring, you must get Flaring Cowl. Flaring Cowl is stupidly strong with Aeronautic Ring. You need this to proc the effect, which is the only way you can proc it as a rogue. And it does pretty decent damage as well. Speaking of embellishments in Flaring Cowl and Elemental Lariat is the 2 best you can get if you have Aeronautic Ring. If you do not have Aeronautic Ring, you can get the Toxic Fawn foot wraps from Netherworking. They are super annoying to craft, but they're good. They have good stats, and they work really well. But I'd almost suggest you craft Flaring Cowl anyway, even though you do not have the Aeronautic Ring, because it's kind of annoying to have to recraft, and I am now missing something to craft a offhand dagger with, because I made the Toxic Fawn fruit wraps, because like I was just gonna say to myself, face it, you're never gonna get that ring. Oh yeah, guys, of course, talents. I've already covered this in a lot of videos. You can check that out if you want to know more in detail. Otherwise, below the link to Ghast is the import string to the talent. So just go and join it from down there. And here is the spec if you want to do something. Again, I covered the variations and stuff you can do in the other video, but this here is currently what I play. Once again, here we welcome you to the training dummies. Hey, so let's go over how you play the spec here, and most importantly, how you open. Usually, like if you have like a priority target, it's quite often you have like a guy who want him dead right away. You're gonna open like this here. So we're gonna go stealth. We're gonna make sure we both have deadly poison and a other poison. Deadly poison is just the most important. If you forget your deadly poison, your gem is gonna be pretty shit. And we have all been there, rogues. It's okay. It's okay if you did damage one time because you forgot your poison. It happens. Get a weak aura so you don't forget it. And move on. All right. So, we have Indiscriminate Carnage, and that is going to be our opening ability. So, again, if we pot, we want to pot as well. Pop Indiscriminate Carnage. So, we get bleeds on everything. So, the important part is we bleed up, and then we use a 6 combo point Crimson Tempest. We are going to drop a quick reprimand and do a 7 combo point Rupture, and then we are going to pop Deathmark. On that target, we did 2 of it. And then we're going to pop our shifts, keep the debuff up here while we have the empowered Garrotes on as well. And then we are going to puzzle box after we got that rolling. And then we keep this going here. We keep it going, right? So one of the things you want to do if you're a Night Elf, you want to Shadow Melt as a priority over Vanish. And then you want to get 3 more Garrotes out. And you just want to keep these up here. And if you don't have Icy ready or anything like that, you want to keep like 2 to 3 Ruptures up as well. Well, you can keep pressing shift. If you have a Garrote ready here, make sure you don't override any of your empowered Garrotes. You can't get weak auras to help you track this. Personally, mine doesn't. I just keep track of like which I've like bled with a empowered or not. And then we just spam out some Crimson Tempest if we have a lot of targets. If we don't have that many targets here, we don't have like 2 or 3, it's a good idea to keep slicing dice up and maintain it with Envenom. Don't do more than maintain it if you have 3 targets. If you have 2 targets, instead of just maintaining it with Envenom, we want to rather maintain Crimson Tempest, and we want to pop Envenom into 1 target, finishing that all first and then killing the other guy, and then we can move on to the next packs. One of the things as Assassination Rogues here, we are reliant on openness, so you need to communicate to your tanks, hey, I need re-stealths. That is quite important, because if your tank don't know that you need re-stealths, he's probably not going to give them to you 9 out of 10 times. We all know how pucks are. And then they'll go like, hey, dude, just go play sub. But we don't want to play sub. It's fun playing as. We like it. And that is basically how we do the AoE damage. And we just keep up the good old Crimson Tempest here. Send out some big shivs. Shiv is the most amazing ability ever, right? Shiv is gonna make your friends during Raging Week, which is the week as I'm recording now. Like, you have an AoE to spell for Raging. And then they're gonna want you to play as every week there's Raging, and everybody want to come and say, please play with us. It's gonna be nice. All right, another thing here I want to talk about briefly here is cooldown management. So assassination works really well in higher keys. In lower keys, shit is gonna die too quick for your dodge to do much. That's a good thing, right? It doesn't matter. You can still play assassin in any key. So higher keys to try and manage your ICs properly, Indiscriminate Carnages, because you really want to get them out in the start. You can also send them halfway through. Think about your empowered dodge and your vanishes around the 40 to 50% mark as well. So if you have like a lot of mobs here, if you have the option to a Shadow Melt or a Vanish around that time, try and drop it there so you get the dot ticking off just as the mob dies, because you do a lot more damage in that execute window after the mob hits 35% health, like 45% increase, I believe it is. It is amazing. So definitely think about that when you pull it around. And yeah, you're not gonna have IC for every pack, but if you like work on it and time it right, try and time it for the bigger packs. If you have like a free pack, you can open with Garrett, and then rupture your target and then spread your dots and keep them up. That is often more worth. So you want to think about if you do like a free pack or a 4 pack, you have a really big pack coming up, you want to make sure you manage your ICs and then just make it work, right? That way, it's going to be a lot better and you're going to do a lot more damage. It takes some practice, but it's super fun once you get used to it. All right, one of those questions I got asked quite a lot in the other video was, how the hell do you do single target damage here like this? I'm going to show you. The single target damage is, again, we are spec for heavily AoE. You can also make a talent build that is a bit more like single target focused, where you go in and take down this path here, and you take Poison Bomb, Dashing Scoundrel, and Dragon Tempered Blades. But this here is this is a meme for AoE, because like you don't want to spend your points on Envenoms if you're having Crimson Tempest anyway. This is pure single target, and we are losing so much AoE, and we still get a lot of single target here. As you see here, Toxic Blade does a lot of single target damage. Shiv and Extra, yeah. Like, right, this is also has a single target component in it, that we get more bleed damage out from this. So what we are going to do here is that we are going to open up our tide here. We are going to bleed into Garrote, into bleed, into a slice and dice. Then we're going to get a empowered rupture. We are going to deathmark, and we're going to pop our trinkets, and we're going to shift. And then we're going to maintain the Crimson Tempest dot here, and we're just going to hit it. And we're going to refresh the shift. And after this here, we're going to vanish. And you want to try and see if you have the energy for it fit a global in between the Garrots. If you can't do Garrot, global Garrot, then do Garrot, so you get as much of the rupture empowered. That way you get 25% extra empowered Garrot time, which is a lot of damage in the long run. And that is basically how you do you. And you make sure to time your shifts when you can empower your Garrots and ruptures and have deathmark up. Do that, make it synergize, and it will work really well for you. Again, here for single target damage, you want to make sure you have your cooldowns ready, at least deathmark and vanish. IC doesn't really matter. Shift, yeah, you'll get it at some point. But do that, and you'll actually be able to pull out some nice single target damage. Like, we're sitting around 60k single target on quite a few bosses. So it is doable. It is doable. It is not like raid assassination single target damage. And yes, there's a lot of specs that do more damage than single target than assassination in this build here. But that is not what we're supposed to do. But my personal opinion is that it is not worth going so much below on AoE than it is to go down to Dragon Tempered Blades. Also, we have the execute. We have 3 points in the execute, 45% extra damage on everything we do, basically, after 35%. So, again, deathmark when the bosses hit, 35% if you can. If you only get one, use it there. More damage. It's nice. Try and get it through, or use it to get in through a burst phase. That is also good. But yeah, that is basically gonna be how the hell we are playing our dear Acid Rogue here in Mythic Plus. I really hope you made the video here, and I hope you enjoyed the few inspirations that have been in. It has been a lot of fun making, and I hope to see you on the live stream, twitch.tv/KillerChris. Thank you very much for watching. And if you didn't already, go and check out some of the other videos. Check out the talent guides for this year, for example. More guides will be coming. I'll try to upload more regularly, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. Peace.